welcome back to Regionals 2015. This is the San Francisco Bay Area Regionals from Santa Clara, May 30th. The data pack was Chrome City. Chrome City was just released, and there was a lot of questions about Net Ready Eyes, I remember. We have two players playing here. We have Jason on the left playing Gabe, and John on the right playing NEH. And I have with me two commentators, total of 3 commentators if you do the math. And that is Calvin and Adam. How are you doing, Calvin?
I'm well. How are you, Brian?
Doing good. And how about you, Adam?
I'm doing all right.
Ready for some commentary. So we're really looking forward to finishing out these regional games. There's still about another 3 or 4 games after this that we're planning to get online and working to get that done. And what do you guys think about Gabe here? It's been a while since I've seen Gabe.
Yeah, I love Gabe. I haven't been able to use him in a long time, but I really enjoy using Gabe.
Yeah, I think he's fallen out of favor a little, but I think he's still pretty strong.
Okay, and I definitely see a Siphon there on the left. Looks like John here is taking a mulligan. The mulligan decision against Gabe, I think, is especially interesting because you want... There's that classic Gabe play where they run HQ first click, and then you have to decide to res or not, and you don't want to res because then they could special order Siphon you, but if you don't, then Gabe gets 2 credits. And I'm assuming that factors into John's decision here in terms of mulligan. And Gabe, I saw a Siphon for sure. I can't quite see what else he has in hand there.
I think you see a console.
Okay, maybe Desperado there. Looks like we got a Jackson on the right. Can't see much else. Ooh, is that a mid-season? The glare on these cards sometimes.
It looks like it.
It might be mid-season. That changes the nature of the game a bit. Ice down and a credit. Okay. I like how Jason here has his Gabe ID and draw a pile off to the side a little bit angled. I've not seen someone do that before.
Yeah, crookways.
All sideways like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
First click draw. Expecting that console to go down and then maybe get a run here. Architect, I think, really slowed Gabe down. Once that was released, it's really hard. Like there wasn't a lot of face checking in the meta before Architect that was really punishing for Gabe. So now you really need to get a ferry down and then run, and then it's still expensive to break. I think that really slowed Gabe down quite a bit. Okay, so we have a click. Is that click 2 run on HQ, I believe?
Looks like.
Yeah, so click 2 run on HQ, and here John is making that decision. I think he's talking about that here. If the mind games, you know, should he let Gabe in? And the reason he doesn't want to let Gabe in is because it could lead to a pretty swift Siphon. But if he's holding on to mid-seasons, maybe that's not the worst thing. Okay, wrap around down. Yeah, so he would need the Corroder in hand right now to Siphon. Oh, I think I see a shutdown there. Okay, we got... I've not seen these credit tokens before. They're going to be a little bit hard to see here, but he starts with 5. Try and keep track of that.
Yeah, he's considering that Desperado, which is probably a good idea.
I'm surprised he didn't install it first.
Yeah, oftentimes, like we were discussing prior to starting the video, people will just let Gabe in and he gets 3 free credits with Desperado.
Ooh, lots of cards now to unload. Okay, so security testing down. And dropping the console. Okay, he must have another... Yeah, he had 2 copies, I'm sure, because that would be an insane thing to do otherwise. NEH drawn cards.
Nice.
Ooh, a sweeps week, I think. Looks like a sweeps card. This looks sweepy.
Some quick money. It'll help mid-seasons later.
Yeah, and I see I think I see a Yogg. I see Yogg shut down. Siphon. Good stuff. Ooh. Okay. So definitely threatening the Astro score here. And he's at the perfect number of credits here where even if he siphons him, he could score that out. Okay. Desperado down. Taking Gabe down to 2 credits. And I think security testing was on archive, so he's going to get that right back. The power of Desperado security testing. That shutdown, not too threatening yet, but NEH has been known to play some toll booth in recent weeks.
Yeah, and with mid-seasons in the deck, I wonder if John would be smart to play a Data Raven in front of HQ on top of that wraparound.
Oh, he
There it
gets
is.
the Astro. Yeah, we'll have to note what ice was sitting there in the remote.
Well, the great thing about that mid-seasons is that even if they inside job for it, you don't necessarily have that much regret.
Right. Yeah, as long as they invest enough into it, you can still get them back. But now with security testing down, John really needs to ice up all of his open servers, because that's going to prevent the mid-season play from happening. Although now with Astro down, maybe he won't need it. And I thought it was interesting how, okay, that's breaking news scored off R&D and the Desperado credit, so John chose not to res that ice. That looks like probably a toll booth to me. I think if that was Architect, he probably reses it here. Alright. So, you know, only a breaking news missed. It's not the worst thing. And he is going to do security testing. I thought it was interesting how Gabe here has 2 security testings down.
Yeah, I've been seeing that more recently. It can really make the corp sad to just lose 6 credits to the pace to the runner.
And he just gave him a possible new security testing target here. So maybe he could ice that up, or maybe it's something like a Jackson that he can use. Otherwise, okay, Jackson. He has 2 Scorched Earths in hand now. So do you think it's likely he has the traffic accident as well?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. His traffic accident's 1 influence, right?
Yeah. That is a good way to get around those I've had worses that Anarchs like to run.
Yeah, it's super good with mid-season as well. It's much more difficult to pull that off with C-Source. So he's deciding testing targets. 1 is definitely on Archives. I think he's deciding if he wants to put on the Jackson. R&D, apparently.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes sense, because he can just run R&D twice, get money, and then... Okay. He's changing it up. So putting both security testing targets on Archives will not really have an effect, but you have to declare the targets. Ooh, it looks like he does have an I've had worse in hand. I'm a little surprised by that, but yeah, he definitely has. So that may be an important card in this matchup. If John does manage to land some tags, he might think he has the kill ready to go.
Good old Yogg.
Yogg. Huh. Okay. Yeah. So did John just install that card in that remote? I kind of missed that.
Yeah, it was last turn.
Yeah.
Is he trying to rush out another agenda?
Oh, another Astro here would be quite delicious.
Running the Jackson.
Oh, he's letting him trash it? No? Yeah? Yeah, he's letting him trash it. Yeah, so apparently that face down card is not an agenda, and he only had the sweepsweep in Archives otherwise. So I don't think he did security testing that. Ooh. Ooh, this is great. What is the name of that card again?
Profiteering.
Profiteering. So Profiteering. He takes the full amount, I believe. He takes 3, looks like it, 3 bad pub, and gets 15 credits in exchange.
What?
That'll turn mid-season back on.
Taking him up to 17, right?
15, I think he spent his last 3 credits.
Oh, he advanced it 3. Yeah, so he's at 15. Yeah, that's really interesting. If you see that as Gabe here, you have to, like, what else are you thinking other than mid-season? It's got to be mid-seasons.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, no, John is what John is great about it. John, I should mention this. John won regionals, Northern California regionals last year. He was the regional winner. He's from Los Angeles. Fantastic player. He was also in the top 16 cut at Worlds. I think he ended up being about eighth, something like that. He placed quite high in Worlds. Very good player. And what I was going to say is he always has a little bit of spice in his deck, you know? Okay, so this is Data Raven Rezzed. He was playing Kraken, same old Kraken at last year's regionals. People were going nuts. People were dancing when he'd same old Kraken. It was also like 1 a.m. in the morning, so people were just dancing. And yeah, so Profiteering. We haven't seen this card in a long time, and here John's back with it, you know. And that looks like targeted marketing. Yes. Please play it with call the Corroder, and then just install an agenda. Yeah, put the Beal down, then call Corroder. Right? Because he still has 2 clicks. Targeted marketing will, yeah, so he installs the Beal. There we go. I think I overheard Corroder on the camera there. I'm almost certainly Corroder. So if he plays Corroder, John will get 10 credits. And it's just a Beal down there. So, you know, if the runner does that, he's fueling the mid-season even more.
Yeah, he's cooked.
Yeah. If he throws down Corroder and goes in there, he just swung the credit pool by something like
10,
11 if you count the break and the Corroder, so it's actually 13.
I want to see John advance the Beal 3 times and leave it.
Yeah, I think he's perfectly in the right, you know, if he does that. Like, yeah, this is a really interesting board position for mid-season. This is quite I used to play a lot of mid-season, but there's several things going on here that I had not considered before.
What are these sleeves he has?
I don't know. It just looks like geometric shapes to me. That's a
SanSan.
Maybe I'll message him and see if I could get a bigger piece of art to show on the screen for that.
John, write in the comments what sleeves these are.
If I remember, I'll email him and try and put it on the screen. Unless it's Secret Tech. It might be Secret Tech. Yeah, he's saving it for Worlds. Scores of Beal, so
No.
Yeah, you wanted advance on that, I think. Advance, maybe.
3 times, because if
3 times.
he gets it the next turn 3 more times in the Astro, that's game.
That's true, yeah. And he was still, and he is holding on to a mid-season, I believe we know. Yeah, that was definitely a line of play he could have considered. The runner's economy is looking pretty good. I think he's sitting at 10, and he has the security testing as well. The runner at this point really needs to get into R&D, because the runner needs to grab an agenda to get rid of targeted marketing. I'm guessing there's not a current in this Gabe deck. Oh, okay, it's not bad. Gabe likes Sneak Door.
You'll pay 4 to see pieces of your demise.
Pay 4 and then get 3 back. Oh, this is the weird thing with security testing on archives. But it says the run is considered to be a successful run on HQ. So I think Jason has this right. He's trying to Sneak Door instead of triggering the security testing. So as you can see from the hand gesture, he is sneaking around the security testing. Yeah, I believe he does have that right. Like it is a confusing interaction, but it's security testing is if you make a successful run on archives, and Sneak Door is if you make a successful run, treat it as a successful run on HQ. So, yeah. So I think John agrees that this is fine. Oh, maybe he didn't have the security testing to start, but a not bad play for Gabe here, if he knew he had the testing, was to no, not the testing. I mean Sneak Door is to put one of the security testings on HQ, because that would just give him 5 credits. Oh, so yeah, revealing that was the Enigma, right? Is it Enigma or Quandary?
Oh, I thought it was an Enigma.
Okay, Enigma, yeah.
But yeah, this is great. Okay, so now that it's closed up, I was going to say, I saw a emergency shutdown in his hand, which is a great way to get that data raven closed up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it would at least tax the corp a bit.
Yeah.
But he hasn't committed Ice 2 Archives yet. He must only have one in his hand, because he has the Enigma, and I'm seeing some some operations and. All right, so corp now appears to be at 12 credits, if I'm reading that right. I have those credits myself, so I should be able to read that right. So at 12 with a potential 22 if Corroder goes down on the field. If that's the third wraparound on Archives, I think I just I shake hands, I say, "Well done, sir," and
It's so rough.
I got. Yeah, you just need to start going through the Data Raven, which, as Gabe, is pretty rough.
Yeah, he's got Mr. Lee going.
He does have the bad pub for the trace.
True. Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. He has 3 bad pub.
What's the starting trace on?
It's 3. Data Raven is trace 3, I believe.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah, so he can. He effectively has 3 link in terms of that. Yeah, and Desperado helps pay for clearing the tag. I think you definitely have to clear the tag, though, with everything you've seen. Oh, this is such a rough position, because John just needs to draw or have one Beal or Astro, and he just wins.
Right.
All right, so we're going through the Data Raven. This is absolutely the right line of play. He needs to get into R&D. All right, so he's paying the bad pub to match the trace. That is traffic accident. Confirming what was already known about the deck based on the Data Raven, the targeted marketing, and the Profiteering, which is a card that I think most of the fan base has forgotten about at this point. Wow.
What to do?
Inside Job HQ.
Huh.
So spend 2 and he'll get 3 back, so he's making a profit on this. He needs to grab something here. I don't think there's an agenda in there. Okay. Yeah, that adds up. This is so rough, because you know at this point he must have at least 1 Scorch, and then you see he's having the traffic accident. So you can't really go tag me. It's kind of what Gabe wants to do here.
Oh.
Takes it back.
Okay, yeah.
Only 1 tag.
Yeah, that he wanted to play it, but just the 1 tag, as Adam said. So I've had worse triggering, which I think. 2 I've had worse, because I believe he has at least 1 other Scorched in hand. Wow, so he kind of is going tag me. It looks like. That seems dangerous.
Wow.
Do you think he just forgot to clear that tag?
Yeah, I was wondering.
I think he saw traffic accident, knew it needed 2 tags, and maybe was okay with the I've had worse he had.
It could be. He did have 2 I've had worse, so he knew that he wouldn't die from Scorch, so he could. There's an argument to be made that he was even just fishing out the Scorches too.
Sure. Give a bunch of free draws.
There's the Corroder finally.
Yeah, do you play it? I don't know. I don't think you play it. But if he needs to get into this remote right now, there's no choice. There's not even a decision to be made. I don't think that's an agenda though.
No, it would have been scored, I think.
Well, what else did John do on his turn? I didn't actually catch.
Well, he started with the Scorch, right?
Oh, you're right. Yeah. So if that was an agenda, he just would have scored it. Although it could be an NAPD, which I think.
Well, 3 bad pub.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He might not. So he's doing midseason without NAPD maybe.
There goes the Corroder.
Yeah, and John just takes 10. So if John can trash that Corroder and get him to play a second Corroder, that'll also be 10 credits. And so yeah, he's getting an HQ now and making a profit of 3 on that run. So yeah, I think Jason is doing the right thing here. Like he. Oh, He was trying to fish something out. I think he was trying to fish the Corroder out with that. Yeah, I think that's why the pad is there. He was just hoping that the Corroder would get played. But now that it is, Jason has some options here. If I had it, I think I'd legwork after this.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
And he did clear the tag on the
Nice,
last
nice.
turn.
That was a lot of draw.
Yeah. I think he picked up at least another Scorch. So I think what I do here is legwork if you can. You could get into HQ and just make 3 credits, which is great. You could security test, and you have to get into R&D every turn.
Right.
So you have to get in R&D, you have to clear the tag, and then you make money and to some extent just hope that John doesn't already have an agenda. He's clearly looking for it. So using Mr. Lee, I don't know what he's looking for at this point.
Maybe he's trying to find a sentry breaker.
Maybe, but I mean, I feel like it's probably Mimic. Maybe he's trying to get a Fem.
Oh, there's your legwork.
Here's legwork. So he pays 2, but then he gets 3 back. Hopefully he doesn't forget. Yeah, here we go. That bad pub really adding up. So if he has something, yeah. I don't think there's something in there.
He sees
No.
the
Oh my God.
tools of his demise.
Yeah.
Get a good
I don't know what you do. You can't score.
You go. I think you have to go into R&D now. You have to go into R&D and then you clear the tag.
But then you get mid-seasoned and...
I don't think there's a choice. But also, he's sitting at... he has more credits than the Corp right now. Well,
No, I think.
No.
yeah, I think one of these is a 10 up here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. But he has a lot. He has 15. 15 credits is significant. And he probably does not have Plascrete, but he may have another I've had worse. I don't think we have seen enough influence to discount it.
Yeah, I mean, what do? You can't just let him draw the agenda.
Yeah, you need to go into R&D.
Oh, man, it's so rough.
What he needs is medium. Medium would But I don't know. I think it's fairly safe to go into R&D right now.
And you just let it go.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think that was anything. Okay. No, that's He looks like he has another turn here. Did John get his pad campaign? I didn't.
Yeah, boy.
And sweeps, why not? Yeah, so double icing R&D, which is yeah, that's where John wins or loses right now. So that is definitely the right thing to do.
Do we know if Jason has any multi-access for R&D?
This is the first runner game I think I saw of his. I don't even remember this that well. I was watching it, but
You guys had a long day.
yeah, we had a long day. They're playing probably close to 10 p.m. at this point after, what was it?
7.
So was it 7 rounds of Swiss? Yeah, you're right. It was an 89-person tournament, so 7 rounds of Swiss, and this is their 3rd round into the cut. And I think they're both playing in the losers bracket at this point. So quite a few games to go after this for whoever wins. And still sitting here 5-1. I'd love to see another Profiteering scored at this point, because why not? So he is Profiteering and Breaking News. What is his agenda spread?
Yeah, it's an interesting question because he's been drawing a lot and we haven't seen another agenda.
It makes me think he is either doing 1 Breaking, 1 Profiteering, or 2 Breaking, 2 Profiteering, right?
Oh, Bank Job. Such a great card.
Yeah. Now we can't even count his credit pool. It looks like security testing is probably just staying on archives this whole time, so not coming into play a lot anymore, but he has so many ways to make money right now.
Click that Jackson.
Yeah. Oh, drew an NAPD, which I don't think is really playable right now.
7 to...
Yeah. Just start advancing it and then hope your mid-season econ stays ahead of the runner.
After that bank job.
Yeah, I don't know. He's making change for us because I honestly don't know. He's got at least almost 30, I think.
Yeah, possibly. It looks like.
I see 20. Yeah, he's sitting at 30. 29 maybe. Oh, he's doing it? No, he forgot about the bad pub, right? Oh, but he has an Astro in hand. Oh my god. Yeah, but he forgot about the bad pub. He must have, because what else is going on there?
It's a bit of a distraction.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be a distraction because he knows he wins next turn. If the runner does not get an HQ and take that...
It's an interesting play.
It is. Okay, Siphon coming in. I don't know about this. I don't know.
Well, he knows he needs to clear the tags.
Yeah, so he has one click, and he needs to go... What he needs to do is go into HQ. That's all that really matters right now.
Well, we know that.
We know that. He doesn't know that, but he knows that the Corp drew a lot. So he's clearing the tags, one click left. The remote, you could just ignore.
Right.
I mean, there is...
I mean, it's a nice bluff, like...
Okay, so he is stealing it, which I think is definitely the right call here. I think he's still ahead on credits, especially after that Siphon.
Yeah, because it could be just anything advanced once.
Yeah, it could have just been a Beal.
But I mean, not that you would have to install it. Like...
All right, so this will be the win here.
Okay, right.
Advance, and score.
Boom.
Signed card, too.
Yep, autographed. You lose to an autographed Astro.
So definitely well played by John here. That Profiteering had to be kind of a what the hell moment, you know? Like, I think you see Profiteering in here. I remember Waylon used to play Profiteering, like Martin Presley, who came up with Supermodernism, used to play in our meta a lot, and he was doing a lot of Profiteering in Supermodernism, and that was pretty frustrating. And I remember in HB as well, back when that card first got released, but I haven't seen that card in over a year, I'd say.
Yeah, Personal Evolution before Power and Profit came out. Like
yeah. That was basically their economy, because you didn't care if they had bad pub if you were just trying to kill, or just trying to kill them. Oh man, Gutenberg.
The Goot.
The Goot. Yeah, I think what you do is you hopefully have another. I've had worse in hand, and then you just start taking tags with a medium and just hope you win before you get scorched. That is rough.
Yeah, that was really rough.
That is a cool deck. That is a Profiteering, man. Profiteering. All right, so that is the game. The game 3 from the cut of the Santa Clara Regionals. And any last comments, guys, from that game?
It's great to see, a little bit of change and a little bit of variation in NEH these days. I don't know how pleased I am about getting mid-seasons all the time, but it's good. Well played.
Oh man, mid-season is near and dear to my heart, so I like seeing it succeed like this.
When you play Adam, there's always about a 50-50 chance of him playing mid-season, so yeah, definitely something that you're thinking about. All right, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll have more up on the channel very soon.